line seems to be coming from somewhere else, passing in front of you and going out somewhere else, where mind motionlessly is waiting, lies, birth, the vibration, the intonation, the whole rhythm is such that it is coming from very high plane of spiritual inspiration. In fact, this is a line which is coming from the overmind plane, proper overmind plane, overhead plane, the highest of the overhead expression, where mind motionlessly is waiting, lies, birth. Now this line, from a purely metrical point of view, can be scanned somewhat differently. See, the stresses lie here to where mind motionlessly is waiting, lies, birth. The last two words, lies, birth, they are heavy, and that forms spondi. Spondi means strong, strong. You see, stress, stress, accented, accented. Spondi. The first to where mind motionless sleep. Now you can read, see now this is very beautiful also. It depends upon how you want to read it. Would you like to read to where mind motionless sleeps, or to where mind motionless sleeps? You follow the difference? To where mind motionless sleeps, or to where mind motionless sleeps. It depends upon where you want to join mind, to the first two words or to the next word. And the rhythm changes with that, the sound changes, the quality with that changes, you see. Metrically, if I had to scan this line, I will say to where as one foot. Where carrying a kind of a small accent, which is not there normally. Mind motionless. I will call it mind motionless. That becomes a spondy. Strong, strong. Mind motionless. Sleep. Motionless sleep. That is the third one is short, short, long. Motionless sleep. Waiting. Long, short. Rocky. And the last is spondy. That is the kind of a construction I will have when I read to where mind motionless sleep. If I have to put it the other way around, then I will say to where mind motionless sleep, waiting, lies. It doesn't sound well. What do you say? Huh? The first one is better, no? See, so you have to connect this thing properly also while reading these words. Is important. To where mind motionless sleeps, waiting, lies, birth. That is the scansion I will put, you see. And that has the full force in it. The sound carries, meaning is the same in both the cases. If you kind of coldly analyze it, it doesn't change that thing. But the rhythm, it is that power of poetry. And it is that which we have to absorb while doing Savitri, you see, basically, you see. And then of course, you see the last line also. Very beautiful line, very strong line, very unusual line. We are taking, let us see, purely from the point of view of metrical composition, this line. Sights, sound waves breaking from the soul's great deep. See, practically all monosyllabic words, except breaking, you see. Sights, sound waves breaking from the soul's great deep. See, I mean, kind of keeps on hammering, stressing something constantly. There are many stressed vowels here. Sight, sound, breaking, souls, great, deeps. In fact, if you take waves also as a strong word, sight, sound, waves, breaking. In other words, the first two syllables, sight, sound, they are stressed. Break, waves, break, again, strong. King, from, short, short. The souls, great, deep. So in that scansion, what we have got? You have got one spondy, second spondy, then you have the pyrrhic, then you have an anapes, and again a spondy. Three spondies in one line, that you see. It is that gives you sort of force. But I would not really read that line in terms of three spondies. I would perhaps prefer a slight different variation. See, he has put sound waves as a hyphenated word, as a compound. Sound waves as a compound. So it could be natural to pronounce it as sound waves instead of sound waves. Sound wave. Side sound is breaking. See, I mean, you can kind of slightly lower down the pitch there in sound. So side sound is breaking from the soul's great deep. It gives a slightly different rhythm to the whole movement. I don't know which one you would like, whether waves should be accented or not. That is better, no? Giving a little lower stress on waves has a better elegance. Sigh, sound is breaking to the soul's great deeps. It keeps on sort of reverberating then, you see, with that little dip. You see. So this is the poetic art. Now, this is from the point of art, rhythm, how the poetry is there in all this line. But see now, very unusual thing here. Sight, sound waves. Sight, sound waves. Sight has sound, which is important. Sight has sound. In a different manner, one could also say sounds, sight waves. If you like, you can also say huh,
Sight and sound is merging.
sounds, sight waves. You can also say that, you see. Because in the occult depth, all these senses, they reciprocate each other. What is seen is also heard. What is heard is also seen simultaneously. That is the occult perception of things there. Sight and sound, they don't become separate there in that occult vision, in that occult dimension. They are one, sight and sound. In fact, all the senses. After all, what are senses? We have got five senses. Behind these five senses is one main sense, manasa, the mind. That is the main. It's not brain. Brain receives the signals, but those signals are interpreted or perceived by the mind in us. Mind in us. And that is called the manas. So basically, it is that manas which says all these things. It says simultaneously the color and the sound and the taste and the touch and the feeling, everything is sees the fragrance of the scent, everything it feels at once. You see, at once. So one could even say sights, scent waves, you would have to say. You see. That is what it means. So that is the joy of the mystic poetry. When he says sight, sound is breaking from the soul's great deep, because there are deeps and therefore waves. So there is a kind of a corroboration in the poetic language there, you see. Sight, sound is breaking from the soul's great deep. So this is one class of rishis. Now he is going forward in the description of the various spiritual people who are inhabiting there, who have been fit and few chosen by nature for their growth. Some lost the person and is stripped of thought, they don't even care at all anything. In a motionless ocean of impersonal power. See, another very beautiful line. In a motionless ocean of impersonal power, the vibration comes from somewhere and moves on, goes somewhere else. In a motionless ocean of impersonal power, sat mighty vision with the infinite's light. So they already had the light of the infinity in their eyes. Or comrades of the everlasting will, what the divine will, the higher will, the supreme will wishes to happen, they are comrades, they are participants of that will. They are the participants of that will. Or comrades of the everlasting will survey the plan of past and future time. So they are people who know all the moments of time, time past, time future. They know everything already because they see things with the infinite's light, the light of the infinite. It is with that they see, and therefore they see all the moments of time, the past and the future. In other words, what we would call, they have three kala drishti, the vision of three divisions of time. Three kala, time, drishti, sight. They have got vision of three divisions of time. Three kala drishti. So this is what these rishis have acquired in the spiritual growth. Or calm rays to the everlasting will, surveyed, because they have got that trikala drishti, they can participate in the will of the everlasting. They can participate. They have prepared themselves, that capacity that they can do that thing. Some wing like birds out of the cosmic sea. So the birds are rising to the sea and winging up, going up, you see, and vanished into a bright and featureless vast, into the infinite, vast, Brahat. It is in that Brahat, vast, they have vanished, they have disappeared, into the transcendent. It means that they have gone into the transcendent and vanished into a bright and featureless vast. See again, what a beautiful alliteration, T's and all that thing, beautiful line. And vanished into a bright and featureless vast. Some silent watched the universal dance. Yes, they see the play of this world also. Or held the world by world indifference. They are indifferent to our littleness, smallness, pettiness, our ephemeral life. They are indifferent to that, yet they see that there has to be some meaning in that. They see some content in it, and they do watch with some purpose, with some concern, this world also. So they are not, in that sense, totally away from that sense. But they see things now from a different vision. Some watch no more, merge in a lonely cell. So there are people then, other, they would not even watch at all, completely closed. And they would merge themselves into the pure Atman, pure existence. That is what we have, pure existence, Atman. They will merge into that. Absorbed in the trance from which no soul returns. They would go away, walk away from this creation and live in the immortality out there. They would not like to come back at all to this creation. It is one type of will of a person. You can have that individual will. Yes, you can come back, you can also go away from here. They are not concerned about that. Or they might go there and wait to come back at an opportune time. If things are sufficiently ready for them to come, they might come back. Otherwise, they're not interested. Let us go and stay there up in the immortal worlds. The immortal, they can be there also. Absorbed in the trance from which no soul returns, all the occult world lines forever close. For them, finish, over. They walk away, that's all.
Sounds like they cannot.
Yeah, but there are people like that, they want to go away. They don't want, they have will that way. They have will that way.
Mind sounds like
Yeah, because they have willed it that way, therefore they will not come back. Once they are there, they can't. Once you have stepped there, then you can't. They have willed that way. But you can also will, okay, go there and come back. As Gautam Buddha did. He was on the border of Nirvana, he could have merged there. He says, sorry, I don't want to go there. I want to come back. He wants to come back. You can't. So there are types of souls like that, you see. There are people who would like to go away also. There are people even beyond that, they may live there, some of these people, but they would like to totally go out of the creation. What is called laya. Merge totally into the absolute, that there is no question of their coming back in any sense at all. As like Ravana did in the Ramayana. Ravana, he did that. Therefore, he made God himself his enemy, so that he could merge totally into himself and never come back. So that is a great thing he has done in a certain sense for it. That is his soul's demand. You can't help it.
He went everywhere, but he always
But that is Shebandu. You see, that is the whole choice available for every soul. The choice is available. There is a choice for each soul. This is a class of people who are exercising this choice. You can't prevent that. You may not like them, that's a different matter. But that choice is there for them. It is very attractive, yes. But why, later on we'll see in the case of Savitri also, she is told to annul herself totally. Annul yourself totally that you are nobody, zero, absolute. So that only God be. You annul for what purpose? So that only God be. So these are, choices of a individual soul, what you want to do. You can't prevent that, you see. And each one has his own individuality. See, it could be an act of divine grace for you that choice is not granted. That would be an act of supreme divine grace, you see. But that does not mean that I cannot have my choice. You see. Some wash no more, merged in a lonely self in the Atman, absorbed in the trance from which no soul returns. All the awkward world lines forever closed, finished. The chains of birth and person cast away. Some uncompanion reached the ineffable. They would go and merge alone into the absolute, into the ineffable. So that is the description of the various rishis which are dwelling in the lonely company of nature, and Savitri has come to this particular place here.